This week on Ain't Parker's Flesh and Blood.
Chance to go to Alabama. Catfish is going with us. Count me in, brother.
Where we're at, they have the true fox squirrel with a black face.
Hey, fox squirrel this. Hey, fox squirrel that. This deer's 150 yards, just a chip shot. This is what you dream of.
Some hunters are made, and some are born. Born into a legacy, passed down, not through fire and lead, not through stock and steel, but flesh and blood.
My deer hunting season's over. I've cleaned up the old bow, cleaned up all the old smoke poles, packed them in the gun ball, packed my clothes up. I'm done. Get a phone call from Hank Jr. and he says, "Hey, Dad, got a chance to go to Alabama. Catfish is going with us. Count me in, brother."
Well, this is a brand new place for us. We're hunting with Mike Eubanks, little southern Alabama deer hunt late season.
Alabama, here we come.
I'm finished with my Lyme disease treatment. Everybody's back together, and we're looking forward to having a good time.
I'm gonna shoot him right here. Right here in this area, right here. This is about the size of deer I kill right here. When I drag him out of the wood, I'll just pick him up like that right there. Come on, let's go to the freezer.
It's January, late season hunt in Sweet Home, Alabama.
This hunt's going to be really special because Catfish hasn't been on the road with me at all this fall. We've got the whole gang back together. I'm looking forward to hanging out with it. The rut in most places is long over. We're starting to think about turkey season, except for in Alabama where the rut kicks in late January.
Make some final preparations here. Well, it's Alabama. It's the last week of hunting season down here, for deer at least. We just crawled up in our tree, took our orange hat off, put our camo off, and we're ready to hunt. Hunting in the timber this morning. It's kind of warm, but hopefully the deer will move. You know, it's part of your Alabama slam. Raccoon, deer, armadillo. That's your Alabama slam right there.
It was slow for me, but Dad, as always, was seeing some decent deer.
We're seeing a lot more deer than I was expecting. This has been a good morning so far. Bucks are on the move. That's a mature buck. He was probably a 4.5, maybe a 5.5-year-old deer. He had good mass, just a 7-pointer.
I'm seeing some pretty good deer. I saw one really good deer now. Had Catfish on it, it'd been hammer time. But I kind of saved it for him. We'll stay with that. How's that? That sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Boy, this is beautiful. When we kick off the hunt, I'm sitting in a box blind over a food plot surrounded by a pine thicket. I'm just hoping a hot doe comes in and a good buck's following her.
Hunting was slow for Hank Jr. and he was just not seeing anything until that fatal moment he made eye contact with the fox squirrel.
The Eubanks, the one thing they're not gonna let you do is go hungry. They fix these big meals and we have a great time at the table, old-fashioned style. We talking good times here. We talking good food, good fellowship, and hey, hunting not too bad either.
Welcome back to Flesh and Blood.
Hey, one of my favorite people in the whole world are these old timers that have got a lot of experience, whether it's coon hunting, rabbit hunting, squirrel hunting, duck hunting, I don't care what it is.
Look at that beast.
Oh, Lord. What do you take for him?
I got to get rid of it right there.
Let's go check him out.
To be able to get some insight, we met a guy named Tom Brown.
Man, I've been wanting to see you.
He had great insight on old-timey hunting.
You know what a fella told me? He told me that never feed your dog before you go hunting. Fat dog don't hunt. You gotta take them hungry. Make them hunt harder. Is that true?
Not to me. I'll show you how to make a pattern hunt. That but he's going somewhere. You can't kill a deer if you got a job. Not if you got a job like I do, you can't.
Have you seen it?
I got to come here rabbit out there in that field.
Old Tom, he's one of those guys that knows a little bit about everything. He has done it all. But you're my kind of people. I like you. You're all right. We got you teach me all kind of stuff.
Hank Jr.'s down there, and we're talking all these big deer, and I looked at him, and he'd seen this fox squirrel. His eyes were glassed over.
Let me tell you something. My brother has gone bonkers.
Well, there's a lot of confusion about fox squirrels. People say, well, I saw a fox squirrel. Well, they didn't actually really see a fox squirrel.
That's all he talked about. He wouldn't shut up.
Where we're at, they have the true fox squirrel with a black face, a white head.
Fox squirrel is fox squirrel. Hey, help me do this, help me do that. I gotta get that fox squirrel.
They're bigger than a gray squirrel.
Fox squirrel is. Hey, fox squirrel that.
They're beautiful and they're colorful, and I want one.
Man, enough about the fox squirrel. Let's go get this thing.
He'd care less about a Boone and Crockett deer. He's looking for a Boone and Crockett fox squirrel.
I heard you'd rather kill a fox squirrel than a 200-inch deer, is that right? Or is it like a 140?
Yeah. I grew up cutting my teeth, learning how to hunt squirrel hunting. And I can remember being a little boy and my dad telling me about going down to South Georgia and going fox squirrel hunting.
I've never forgotten my fox squirrel experience, and he's always wanted to harvest himself a fox squirrel and never done it. So he's really on a mission.
Well, they're gonna let me shoot a fox squirrel. Got me an air rifle. I'll make sure it's sighted in. We'll be ready to go.
Fate took over and somebody had an air rifle, he's hooked up.
Well, I had to go back in time to about my son's age and break out the old pellet rifle skills. Make sure she was dialed in. All right, y'all have fun. We'll see you in a little while.
You going to? No, you ain't. You dirty dog. You ain't gonna do it. He's gonna kill a fox squirrel, ain't he? Golly, Bob.
He's not in the deer woods. He's out chasing that fox squirrel.
Man, you'd think we're going after a world record African lion or something. I got the whole camp that's going to help guide me on this fox squirrel hunt.
This was a fox squirrel revival.
I'm not just going to take any shot. I'm going to make sure I have a good shot on this squirrel. Well, we ease up over a little crest and spook spotting for me, and he lays eyes on a good one.
Right here. There he is. That's the second one right there.
Oh, you hit him.
a fit. If you'd have shot one body shot one.
Get close.
He's dead right now.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah, his tail.
Hit him a little bit back and he runs up in the tree and he's stuck. He's not coming down. What do you think, a fishing rod I can get him down?
I think a shotgun and a four-wheel drive.
I think a fishing
Because
rod.
the country boy can't survive.
20 or 12 gauge. What do you want to
Oh, that's 12 gauge range.
There's no climbing that, is there?
Yeah, there is. Hank.
Oh, yeah, you could climb it. That'd be the best TK Mike scene you've ever seen.
So what do? Like any good squirrel hunter, I know a storm's coming in. I'm just gonna give it a little bit of time, let that wind blow, and go back and get my squirrel.
Junior got his squirrel. Got his fox squirrel. We're all happy. Now we can go on about our life.
You know, some people got it bad. They'll go to a lot of lengths of trouble to do different things, but I'm watching my man here. He shot this fox squirrel, it started pouring down rain, and now he's out there with a blow dryer, drying up his little trophy.
I'm thinking, what's he gonna do? Enter this thing into a pageant? Give this squirrel some peace, man. You have terrorized him for 2 days. Let's get on with our life.
I can't be bringing in a wet squirrel for everybody to see. I gotta get him fixed up, make him look good, show my trophy off to everybody.
Well, you know, again, it's pouring down rain. We slip to the deer stand, wade through the water and get in there, and we're on that last day kind of a deal. How it works like that, I'm not really sure.
We've had severe weather this morning, so we're just now getting to the stand. It's 10 minutes to 1. Back in the field where I hunted last night, we had a lot of deer. We're hoping a big boy will show up. Still raining pretty hard right now. Hopefully this rain will get out of here and it'll clear up. These deer will start moving. It's cooled off. We got our jackets on, so we're looking forward to a great afternoon. We'll see what happens.
Deer moving here and there, and all of a sudden a shooter steps out on the horizon.
Well, Mike Eubanks had a few deer on the hit list, and my dad was intent on studying those deer. Well, wouldn't you know it, he gets one to step out in his field.
Here I am with the opportunity, lights fading, long shot, but hey, man, I want to put one more in the book before the season's over, so here's my chance.
Well, time was fading and it was getting dark fast, and this deer would not sit still. He was chasing does, running around back and forth. My dad, he's not gonna waste any time. He's gonna pull the hammer. Well, my dad gets down to go find his deer, and wouldn't you know, he's gonna make him work for it.
That deer, I marked this tree. We're about 280 yards shot. Here's blood. That's the very first blood. That rascal might be in this creek that's deep. The one thing I didn't do, I didn't drop him in his tracks. We had to swim the ocean to get to him. It used to be just a little creek you could step across, but now it's definitely a wading pool of it. It was cold. This creek is knee deep, man.
Most time when my dad's in water this deep, he's got a fishing rod in his hands, not a set of horns.
Old Alabama buck. How about that? Little split brow tine. I'm proud of him. How about that? When you hunt in Alabama, North Carolina, South Carolina, you're not really looking to set a world record, but hey, this is a nice buck. I was proud of this deer. We'll load him up and head to the camp.
Well, my dad rolls back into camp to do a little bit of bragging, and you know, I mean, he's the guy always getting a deer. So, I mean, we're excited, but only to a point. So I got to let him know it's not quite as good as my fox squirrel. Hey, he's not a fox squirrel, but he's pretty good.
He's not a fox squirrel. Just for the record's sake, you know, I killed a great Alabama deer, but it was nothing. It was not even in the same area code as Hank Jr.'s fox squirrel, at least to hear him tell. Surely you ain't gonna do it.
You got a good momentum going. Why break the streak now?
No, come on, boys. Y'all got to come through.
That's not a fox squirrel.
That's definitely not a fox.
Definitely not a trophy.
This is the last of our hunts, you know. I haven't been hunting hardly at all that year, you know, just a handful of times, and I'm excited and I want to kill a deer. Now it's dwindling down to nothing. We're about in the last 2 days of our hunt. I'm ready to kill. I'm fingers crossed, you know, I'm hoping to see a good deer. I want to see a good mature buck. I'm ready to put one on the ground.
Timing's everything, and deer hunting is no exception. You've got to be in the right place at the right time.
Last day, you know, I'm really considering taking out a doe at this point. But wouldn't you know it, a great buck walks out into a food plot. I can't do anything but shake. I can barely catch my breath.
I'm gonna wait for him to turn.
Well, it's been a while since Catfish has got to hunt with us. He's been getting treatments all fall for his Lyme disease, and here's his one opportunity.
Try to get steady.
It's like the first time I ever seen a rack buck, when I was 9 years old. I mean, my heart was pounded out of my chest.
Can't get on. If I can get right.
This deer's 150 yards, just a chip shot. This is what you dream of.
Yes. You gotta be kidding me.
It's a chip shot, man. He squeezes on that trigger, he shoots a foot over him. What is the deal?
Talk about waiting to the last minute to drop the ball. That's the first rack buck we've seen since we've been here. Pretty good little 8-point. And I think I shot right over him. I don't know for sure. We'll go down there and check it out. But looks like I shot high on that one. You put a 7 mag high on the deer's shoulder. You gonna know if you hit him or not. He wasn't hit.
Got this nice 7 mag rifle. I got a high dollar scope that must have been what messed me up, because I'm used to that cheap stuff. Here I got Dad's scope, and it's just too perfect. I just went and messed it up.
Man, Junior's gonna kill me. He's gonna rip my neck.
Come on, Catfish. I mean, you're killing the big brother here. I'm just hoping for that opportunity.
I felt myself pull off the scope a little bit when I shot. You know, I don't know if you've ever done that. Mike, I hadn't seen a thing to make me believe that I hit that deer.
No, but I think you did the right thing coming down here looking for him.
Yeah.
You never know.
Definitely. You got to give it that effort. You got to give it a look. So, man, I had a great time hanging out with y'all this week. Thanks for having us down, shooting up the place here. I would have loved to have connected with that buck. Don't get me wrong, but that was a small part of the picture of that whole hunt. Man, we made some good friends. We had some good times. We ate good. You know, the good thing is, Dad got a pretty good buck, but the best thing Junior got a good box squirrel. You know, he was pumped about that, so. We'll be back. You'll have us, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, we had a great time. The Eubank family were super. They did some great cooking, gave us some great opportunities to hunt, and main thing, had my old buddy Catfish back in camp with us. That was really, really cool.